Hi, this is Michael Rubin, and today we're going to talk about the other names of the black keys on the keyboard, the flat names. Now, just like you have a first name and a last name, most of you, the black keys on the keyboard have two names. So last time we talked about this note C is followed by this note, the black key that is after C, or to the right of C, or one note higher than C, and we called it C sharp. Low, high, one note higher than means sharp. So, not only is this black key higher than C, or after C, it is also one note lower than D, or before D, and so we call it D flat, and flat is signified with a little lowercase b. So this note can either be called C sharp or D flat. When you have two names for the same note, that's called enharmonics. E-N-H-A-R-M-O-N-I-C-S. So for example, C sharp is the enharmonic of D flat, and D flat is the enharmonic of C sharp. So let's try another one. If this is D, and this black key comes after D, or is one note higher than D, it's called D sharp. What else could it be called? Well, alphabetically after D comes E, so this black key is before E, we call it E flat. Here's another one, G flat. What else could it be called? Well, flat means before or lower than, so this black key is before G. What comes before G in the alphabet? F. So this black key is also after F, so G flat or F sharp. So I'm going to name all the notes from C to C using the flat names. C, D flat, D, E flat, E. There's no black key between E and F, F. G flat, G. A flat, A. B flat, B. There's no black key between B and C, C. So C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C. Now you may say, when do I call it C sharp, and when do I call it D flat? What's the etiquette? Well, I'm going to talk about a misconception right now. This is not the case, but a lot of people think this is how it works. Let's say you had three notes. C, the black key in between C and D D. They think if the musical line were to move upwards in pitch, ascend in pitch, from C to the black key to D, low, higher, highest, that you would call it C sharp. C, C sharp, D. They think that if you're going to descend, D, black key, C, high, lower, lowest, that you would call it D flat. D, D flat, C. That is not the case. That's a misconception. What it has to do with is the musical alphabetical order and also the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do major scales. Let's think about the musical alphabetical order first. I'm not talking about sharps and flats really, I'm talking about letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then G is followed by the next letter A. So alphabetically in the musical alphabet, G is before A is after G. So there are three types of A's. A flat, A, and A sharp. Alphabetically, we can think of them all as a type of A, so they all come after G and before B. The second thing to think about is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If I started on C and hit only the white notes from C to C, I would get do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I could name them C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that's alphabetical. C is followed alphabetically by D, followed by E, by F. It's alphabetical the whole way through. But let's say I had the D major scale. In order to get do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do starting on D, the third note is a black key. D, E, black key in between F and G. So what are we going to call it? Is it F sharp or G flat? Well, alphabetically, D is the starting note. What comes after D in the alphabet? E. What comes after E in the alphabet? F. Therefore, you would call this F F sharp in the key of D major. Let's try another one. A, B, black key. This black key is in between C and D. It could be C sharp, it could be D flat. What are we going to call it? A is followed by B alphabetically and followed by C in the alphabet, so C sharp. Let's try another. F, G, A, and then either A sharp or B flat. What are you going to call it? F is followed by G, and in the musical alphabet that's followed by A. So after A in the alphabet is B. So we would call this black key B flat. And that's how it works. Now, it is very important to know the names of the notes on your harmonica. If you met a guitarist and you said, I've written a melody for you, it goes for draw. He says, huh? But if you say, I've got a C harp, I want you to play the note D. He says, oh, okay, I can do that. Knowing the names of the notes on the instrument enables you to communicate with other musicians. And that's why I'm talking about it. Okay? So next time we're going to start learning about where the names of the notes are on both the diatonic and the chromatic harmonica. We're probably going to have one lesson for each. And I'm enjoying this. Hope you are too. See you around.